Conversations are at the heart of most of our relationships with other people. And they're important because they offer connections and they expand our perspectives. One thing I want people to remember is that it's a skill. Conversational skills are just like any other skills in that they can be learned and they can be practiced and they can be improved. So I'll toss a few things out about what we can do to improve this skill. So the first thing is to take some time to notice and observe how other people engage in both verbal and nonverbal communication. Go someplace where there are people and be unobtrusive, but just pay attention to how do they signal interest in having a conversation? How do they indicate when they're done? What do you notice about eye contact? How much? How little? Body language? Tone of voice? The speed with which they talk? You can pick up ways to do things and ways to not do things by observing in this way. Secondly, if you know you're going to have the opportunity to visit with somebody that you've previously talked to, try to remember what you can about what your conversational partner discussed. Then you can use that as a jumping off place for your next conversation. And if you know you're going to be talking with somebody brand new, it might help to have some kind of pleasant and low-stakes openers just in your back pocket that you can use. And these can be things like sharing an observation about your location where you're both at, or offering a compliment plus a question. Those are low stakes in that they're not going to offend anybody, and they can just kind of offer a little traction to get a conversation rolling. This third one is to keep things flowing, you got to steer away from just yes or no questions and towards the open-ended ones. Journalists know to ask questions that start with who, what, where, when, and how. And then conversation can flow from that. And then here's my last tip. It has been said that for good conversations, it's more important to be interested than it is to be interesting. And what that translates to is slowing down and really listening, but not so that you can construct some kind of sparkling response, but because you're giving the gift of your attention to the person with whom you're talking. So these four things together can make starting and maintaining conversations a little easier.